The urantia book. In the physical control of the master universe, the universal father exercises priority and primacy through the Isle of Paradise. So, paradise, the sphere, paradise, the home of the gods, is the physical controller of all of the physical creation and other things. Even though the spirit of a son be poured out upon all flesh, even though a son once dwelt with you in the likeness of mortal flesh, even though, etc. None of these understand you as fully as the Father. Michael of Nebadon, this universe's ruler, bestowed himself as Jesus of Nazareth, and when he left the spirit of truth. That's the word. That's the term the urantia book gives for the spirit of Michael of Nebadon, Jesus of Nazareth, when he left this world, the spirit of truth. I think that's biblical and in Christianity, that term, spirit of truth. I'm not exactly sure how Christianity describes that, but that's how the urantia book describes it. All pervading. The spirit of truth is all pervading for all mortals on the sphere. What paradise is to the physical creation, and what the eternal Son is to the spiritual universe, the conjoint actors to the realms of mind. So we're in paper 12, the universe of universes. They'll repeat these ideas over and over again. I mean, different sentences using different words describing the same things to get across the big truth of what they're trying to say, what the book is trying to say. 2,097 pages long, whatever it is. All the way up to 13, paper 13, the sacred spheres of paradise. Between the central Isle of Paradise and the innermost of the Havona planetary circuits, there are situated in space 3 lesser circuits of special spheres. And then the third ring going out are the 7 immense spheres of the infinite spirit, the executive headquarters worlds of the 7 master spirits. So it's got to be 777, doesn't it? I'm pretty sure. But so 7 planets of the Father first, they're discussed in the book. 7 planets of the Son. Basically, no one has anything to do with these planets. There's no personal beings on any of them. Just maybe they use the term pre-personal. I'm not sure what term they use for that. And then the 7 planets outside of that, around that, the headquarters planets for the 7 super universes. The 7 super universes are the grand universe. So, when they say the immense spheres of the spirit, we can only imagine what they really mean. And I can only imagine what immense really, really means. There's a line in a book, one of the authors in one of these papers says, when I have time off from my job, my spirit job, when I have a period of relaxation symbolic to what humans do in terms of their relaxation, their vacation from their job, he will often go to, I'm pretty sure he says he'll often go to one of the spheres of the spirit, the third person of deity, and there enjoy and appreciate how work is done well and so well and things of this nature. Like, just enjoy how wonderfully these beings conduct their work on the spheres of the spirit. Something like that. There's a line like that. When he chances to be off from whatever duties he has to do in terms of being a spirit being. Might have been a mighty messenger, I forget. But so this is all Havona paradise. So the seven master spirits run the seven planets that run the seven super universes. In terms of authority, in terms of authority, judgment, and things of that nature. Judgment that doesn't go past the Ancients of Days, though. The Ancients of Days are the spirit beings outside of the Paradise Havona system who run the seven super universes, 3 for each super universe. Yeah, on the sun's planets, the eternal sun's planets, the second person of the Trinity, no personal being may sojourn on any of these 7 shining realms. These spheres appear to take origin. They appear to take origin on these spheres, the impersonal energies of spirit luminosity. Whatever that means for the next outer space level and future outer space levels, I assume it could, maybe have something to do with that. Nether paradise, the bottom entire half of paradise. I believe that's what they're saying when they say nether paradise, the entire bottom half, are likewise closed to personalities. Interesting. That's the where the physical creation is controlled. All of physical creation is controlled by nether paradise, the bottom half of paradise. All right. Sonarrington, the sphere of the bosom of the sun, the personal receiving world of the eternal sun. It is the paradise headquarters of the descending and ascending sons of God. I would be a descending son of God when and after they are fully accredited and finally approved. The world is the paradise home for all sons of the eternal sun, including myself, and of his coordinate and associate sons, including myself. There are numerous orders of divine sonship attached to this supernal abode, which have not been revealed to mortals since they are not concerned with the plans of the ascension scheme. They'll say that a lot. Like, we're not going to tell you about all these other unbelievable numbers of types of beings because it has nothing to do with you and your ascent from mortal to finality, to paradise. They'll say that quite a bit about a few different things. Sonarrington is my paradise home. Sonarrington is my paradise headquarters as a descending son of God. Paradise is my home as a coordinate and associate son of the eternal son. When they say here the eternal son and of his coordinate and associate sons, they're referring very specifically to creator sons and magisterials. Magisterials are also known as avenals. They give the magisterials avenals 2 names, one or the other. Creator son. They do describe the creator son of Nebuchadnezzar. The creator son of the creator son, or the creator son of Nebuchadnezzar, they do use different terms for the creator son, sovereign son, something, something. It just depends. I think there are a few different terms for the creator son, Michael of Nebadon, Jesus of Nazareth. Um, uh, Paradise is the home for myself as an associate son of the eternal son. The secrets of Sonarrington include the secret of the incarnation of the divine sons. When a son of God becomes a son of man, such as myself, forgot to say such as myself after divine sons, is literally born of woman, as occurred on your world 1900 years ago. This book was written about 1934, or that's the date they put in there. I think the book was written over a period of like, I'm going to say 30 years, from 1920-ish to 1950-ish. Then they published it in 1955. But the only year they've given this book for the writing of it is 1934. So I don't know exactly the truth to that. I know a little bit. It is a universal mystery. It is occurring right along throughout the universes, and it is a Sonarrington secret of divine sonship. So, like the names for these planets too, like Sonarrington. So they wanted to start the name off for this planet, this planet of the Father, the first circuit around paradise. They wanted to put the word son in there, and then they added Arington. They have to give things names, so that's the name they picked for this one. Yeah, there's seven of them, seven different names similar to that. It is, and it is a Sonarrington secret of divine sonship. I belong to that divine sonship. The adjusters are a mystery of God the Father. Well, wait a minute. So the secrets of Sonarrington include the secrets of my incarnation as a human on Urantia, as a divine son. I mean, I could say that different ways, but the secrets of Sonarrington include the secret of my incarnation as a human on Urantia. As I become a son of man, as a son of God, I am literally born of woman. It is a universal mystery, except that Sonarrington knows all about it. But those who don't have access to Sonarrington don't know. I think they say something here. Mortal ascenders, I think. Mortal ascenders, mortals on this planet, humans on this planet, die, go to the next world, go to the next world higher up, keep going all the way to paradise, meet the universal Father, become a finaliter. I think there's a line in a book where the sector of Sonarrington of the paradise sun bestowals is locked away, and you do not have access to that. The eighth part of Sonarrington or something. This secret part of Sonarrington for the paradise sons, in terms of their incarnations, you do not have access to as a finaliter. I think there's a line like that in there. I mean, I think, but like something else that occurs to me. They say when a human becomes a finaliter, meets the first person of the Trinity, God the Father, the universal Father, they say the gods are an open book to the humans at that time. There's lines like that too. So there's, Uh, I am man. I am born of woman. I am a son of God, born of woman. This sons of God, paradise sons, being born of woman on evolutionary planets is occurring right along throughout the universes. And it is a Sonarrington secret of divine sonship. I'm a part of that divine sonship. Oh, yeah, it's right here. See, no, I didn't read it. I was going back to the sentences. Right here. The incarnation of the divine sons is a mystery of God the Son, the eternal Son, the second person of the Trinity. It is a secret locked up in the seventh sector of Sonarrington, a realm penetrated by none save those who have personally passed through this unique experience, such as myself. So, my incarnation is a mystery of the eternal Son. It is a secret locked up in the seventh sector of Sonarrington. I have penetrated that seventh sector of Sonarrington because I have personally passed through this unique experience of being a son of God, born of woman, on an earth, such as I'm doing now. I penetrate the seventh sector realm of Sonarrington because I have incarnated as a human on evolutionary worlds as a paradise son. So the word penetrated, I don't know, a realm known by none save those who have personally. I mean, they could have said that, right? A realm known by none save those who have personally. So what is? So if you're on that sphere and you're going to the seventh sector and you're there for whatever reason and you're entering it or being a part of it, they use the word penetrated as if I mean, it's an appropriate word, it's appropriate term description. It's fine. They don't have to say a realm known by none save those. Penetrated is a little more fully explored. So I know everything. As a paradise son, I know everything about the seventh sector of Sonarrington, and only those paradise sons who incarnate as humans on evolutionary worlds know everything about the seventh sector of Sonarrington. No one else does. Only those phases of incarnation having to do with your ascension, mortal ascension, my ascension, your ascension, any mortal's ascension career. Only those phases of incarnation having to do with the ascension career have been brought to your notice, my notice, any human's notice. There are many other phases of the mystery of the incarnation of the paradise son, such as myself, of unrevealed types on missions of universe service which are undisclosed to you. There are many other phases of the mystery of my incarnations of unrevealed types. So obviously not this type, not the type where I can't. It could be human. It could not be human. I don't know what they're saying. It's an unrevealed type. There are many other. There are many other phases of the mystery of my incarnations of unrevealed types on missions of universe service, which are not disclosed to those who do not do that, to mortals of moving to become finaliters. And there are still others in Arlington Mysteries, which I, as a paradise son, know. At least I know anything concerned with the seventh sector of St. Arlington. Those unrevealed types, the incarnation of the Paradise Sons of unrevealed types. Oh, Paradise Sons of unrevealed types, not unrevealed missions, but unrevealed types. I mean, the mystery of the incarnation of the Paradise Sons of unrevealed types. So other than Creator Sons, Magisterial or Avonal Sons, and Trinity Teacher Sons, those are the only three Paradise Sons really discussed in here specifically about being a Paradise Son. So there could be Paradise Sons of unrevealed types, not in this book, on missions of universe service, human or otherwise, born of woman or otherwise, or put on planets as full-grown adults or otherwise, which are undisclosed. But many other phases of the mystery. There are many other phases of the mystery of my incarnation of unrevealed types. It could also be saying that it doesn't have to be talking about other types of Paradise Sons. It could be talking about the three that they mentioned: Creator Sons, Magisterial or Avonal Sons, and Trinity Teacher Sons. Because again, what if it said of the Paradise Sons in unrevealed types of on missions, in unrevealed types of unrevealed types? I could do other types of incarnations, which are a mystery: born of woman, not born of woman, full-grown adult on a planet, human wise. Universe service of some kind other than paradise bestowal on an evolutionary sphere, as it's described in this book. What a paradise bestowal on an evolutionary sphere is very well described in this book. So it could be something other than that. Um, they'll say, for Paradise Sun bestowals, they'll say things like they live ordinary lives until that moment when they start their public mission. There's lines like that. I'm talking about Creator Sons who only do it once on one world in their local universe, and Magisterial Avenal Sons. Every evolutionary world at some point receives at least one, and normally almost always only one, Paradise Bestowal, Avenal or Magisterial, born of woman, only once on each evolutionary sphere in a local universe, other than the one world where the Creator Son bestows himself. On this world, that would be Jesus of Nazareth.